What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Blue-Red Kiki-Jiki. Hope you're ready to get your nice little tempo combo on. We're going to play first. Love that. Let's get the chat closed out. Get the graveyard squared up. Now, as far as opening hand goes, we just have Sulfur Falls. So we do have Serum Visions. That's going to be a turn 1 Sulfur Falls into play tapped. We'll be able to loot a little bit more with Jace, but we don't really have any combo pieces. Yeah, let's go on Mulligan. I'm not super wild about that. Yeah, I love this hand. Double Steam Vents, Island. Hopefully we'll be able to get to a third red source. And then we do have 2 of our combo pieces and a little bit of removal, so we'll keep on this one. Sounds like I'm playing Stomping Ground. That will be our third red reach. So yeah, I'm going to put it on top. Why not? We are split. Let's go ahead and put these Steam Vents into play tab. Now, I'm not going to pay 2 on this one. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, but yeah, if you saw that Stomping Ground, we do have a playset of Tarmogoyfs in the sideboard as far as a little bit of a kind of a way to just kind of a little bit of a tempo play. But if you don't have a playset of Tarmogoyfs, if you're looking to build this deck, you can definitely skip those. You can definitely throw in some Young Pyromancers or Thing in the Ice. I thought about putting Thing in the Ice in here. I love that card. It's a lot of fun. So just kind of whatever you want to throw over into the sideboard. Let's go ahead and put these Steam Vents into play tapped. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, as far as the sideboard goes, it's pretty open to whatever your meta is as far as this deck is concerned. If you did miss the deck tech, the combo does revolve around Kiki-Jiki and Deceiver Exarch. We're also running Pestermite in here. Kiki-Jiki, it says create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary creature. Deceiver says, hey, when I enter the battlefield, untap target permanent. So you get Kiki-Jiki on the battlefield, make a copy of Deceiver. Deceiver enters the battlefield, has the untap ability or enter the battlefield trigger, untap Kiki-Jiki, then rinse and repeat for a bunch of creatures to help kind of win the game out. So, opponent's going for a Farseek, might be playing against what a Scapeshift, potentially, I guess, maybe. I mean, I'm just guessing at this point right now, but more than likely might be Scapeshift or like Titan Shift. So we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully we can jam the combo before they get all their Valakuts online. Let's go ahead and if we go Jace. That's going to be turn 4. Next turn we can loot. We're looking to hit our 5th land drop to go for Kiki-Jiki. So on turn 4 we'll be able to flash in Deceiver Exarch. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for Jace. And then we'll go ahead and put the island down. Let's see if we don't have to give away, it doesn't really matter if we give away green. We'll just go ahead and put it into play tap. Yeah, we're okay with that. It'll be our 3rd red source for Kiki-Jiki than anything else. Now we're going to go and pass the turn. So that's the fun thing about the deck is that, Twin was banned. Or if you don't know, maybe you're new to Modern. I don't want to assume, but if you're new to Modern, Twin was banned maybe, I can't remember, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. Time flies, but yeah, Twin was banned, and Twin revolved around, Twin was what we used in place of Kiki-Jiki, and that was an enchantment that said, hey, it basically had the same ability, but it was an enchantment that you put on your Deceiver Exarch. And so ever since it was banned, we hadn't really seen this combo. This Kiki-Jiki deck, it's not tier 1, but it's a lot of fun to play. And so it's still fun to kind of build almost a tempo-style deck with Jace and stuff like that. Because your opponent almost never sees the Kiki-Jiki combo kind of swinging in. Feels really good. Let's go ahead and at this point right now, I think I almost like a Spell Snare in this one. I mean, Electrolyze would be nice to get a little bit of card draw, but we're not really, secure Tri-Builder. They're going to crack in response to that. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Electrolyze. That'll go in there. Let's go ahead and get the mountain down, and then we can put that island down next turn. Okay, so our opponent has 4 lands out there. They do have the Prismatic Omen out there. At least right now, we're looking at flashing a Deceiver at the end of their turn, and then we're tapping out for Kiki-Jiki. Especially, I'm not sure exactly what they're going for, what type of deck this is, but more than likely, when you see red-green like that, and you see Sheltered Thicket, probably looking at some sort of Valakut build or Primetime build. And then we also, we are looking at Lightning Bolts on Kiki-Jiki if they do have that in the hand, but at least, this deck is one of those decks that where you just really want to put your opponent on, hey, do you have it or not? Do you have an answer for the combo that we're going to try and get down? If not, then we go and win the game. So there's going to be instances where you just go ahead and jam the combo and keep your fingers crossed that they don't have it. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's go ahead and flash in Deceiver. I guess we could tap down. Let's go and tap down the Sheltered Thicket. There's going to leave them 2 lands out there. Let's go tap target permanent. Tap down the Sheltered Thicket. There we go. Let's put the island down into play. Cryptic Command. Okay, let's go get the island down. Yeah, we're dead to bolt on Kiki-Jiki, but let's give it a shot. If it does resolve, then we get the game. If not, then we'll have Cryptic Command online next turn to hopefully kind of stop down some other stuff. Let's make a copy of Deceiver. Alright, looks like it's going to be good. Untap Kiki-Jiki, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and rinse and repeat. If our opponent is going to make us kind of go through the actual motions, then what I may end up doing is just kind of pausing the video, or at least editing the video out while we make enough lethal tokens. Okay, opponent scoops it up. We don't have to do that. Let's go ahead and go over to sideboarding. So we saw Search for Tomorrow, we saw Prismatic Omens. More than likely this is like Red Ring Valakut, some version of that. Let's go and bring in Negate for Scapeshift. We could bring in Vendilion Click as a way to kind of attack their hand. And if we're worried about any sort of Lightning Bolt or anything of that nature, we could bring in Dispel. I think I like still pushing the actual combo itself this time. You know, we could bring in Tarmogoyfs and start applying some pressure on there, but usually if they ramp hard enough and they get down prime time, it's going to be really hard for us to really kind of get a clock going with Tarmogoyf. I mean, it'd be nice to have it, but with them being on the play. Let's see, what are we going to cut on this one? Nimble Obstructionist, let's go ahead. We could cycle on one of the prime time enter the battlefield triggers. That'll help us kind of cut out some of the lands. I like Remand in this one. Peak is nice. Let's go ahead and back off. Let's back off Jace. More than likely, we're going to see some sort of lightning bolt action out of that deck if they didn't have it in the main. And let's go and cut back on Electrolyze. Vendilion Click to attack the hand, Nimble to attack the enter the battlefield triggers for prime time. I do like Peak, so we can see the coast is clear. Remand on prime time is always really good. Let's just go down on. We did, Farseek and the Prismatic Omen on these spell centers. Let's just go down on one Lightning Bolt. Everything else, I kind of like it. I like the Is It Charms. We're going to be able to dig a little bit deeper. Argument could be made for bringing in a playset of Tarmogoyfs, but we'll see if we can't just can't sneak this game 2 win through. Make sure we click, there we go, click the submit button, get the chat closed out. But yeah, that's the fun thing about playing this deck. There's just some times where you just get it down and ask your opponent, is this good? And then sometimes it is good. So, as far as opening hand goes, if we had like a couple more lands, I would love this. But, yeah, let's go and mulligan on this one. Not too wild about this one. Okay, we can keep on this one. Negate, Misty, Mountain. Yeah, this is good. We'll keep. All we need to do is draw in the Kiki-Jiki. Just go and put that on the bottom right now. Let our opponent do their thing. So, probably going to lead off with the Spire Bluff Canal. That will be online for, well, we could actually just probably go for the Misty. We don't have anything we need to get down for our turn 1 play. Let's go and get the Misty down. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. So, but yeah, red-green, prime time, whatever you want to call it, Scapeshift. That's one of the few modern decks, but one of the decks that I've never really played. I've always enjoyed playing against it. It's always pretty busted, man. You get prime time on the battlefield, get those enter the battlefield triggers going, those landfall triggers. I mean, not technically landfall, but they're lands entering the battlefield triggers, and it's just it's pretty crazy pretty quick. And there'll just be those turns where it's like Secure Tribe Elder, then boom, 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 boom. Next thing it's like turn 4, and you're like, oh, okay. I got like 400 triggers being directed my way. All right, opponent's going for a Farseek, Search Lobby for a Plain Swamp or Mountain. Or Island 2 in there for the island people out there. See what they put onto the battlefield, and then we'll probably go ahead and crack this Misty, get our get a Steam Vince on the battlefield. If we are looking out for Scapeshift, at least we do have Negate in the hand as a little bit of protection, and then we do have Desolate Lighthouse as another way to kind of start kind of digging into our library just a little bit deeper, card at a time. Really want to use your mana on this one to your best ability. Draw to Cryptic Command. Let's go and get the Scalding Tar down. We're still online for Negate, and then we can also get the Spire Bluff Canal down next turn, and then we'll be online to have that come into play untapped, and then following that we can go for Desolate Lighthouse and start looting off that. So, okay, but other than that, yeah, like I said, I was talking about earlier when Toon was banned, but if you missed the deck tech, this is definitely kind of just a little bit more of a draw go style deck. You want to get your land drops, get them down, and then kind of just kick it over to your opponent. Just be like, all right, man, good luck. Pretty much almost everything you do in this deck is going to be at instant speed other than just Serum Visions. Exile our Misty, yeah, that's fine. We will make a sacrifice to Progenitus, the Relic of Progenitus. You can have our Misty. Tapping out for 3. Let's see what they're going for. Search for Tomorrow. Do we want to negate that? So they get a land on the battlefield. This will be 5, land drop 6. That's going to be prime time next turn. We're not going to have much for negate. Even if we use negate on Search for Tomorrow, yeah, I think I like that. If we're just kind of watching out for prime time, yeah, let's go ahead and go for it. We do have more than enough red, so let's just get an island down. Let's go for negate. Just want to buy us a little bit more time to where hopefully maybe we might be able to kind of cryptic command that prime time. We don't know if it's in their hand, but we're just going to assume that it's there. So I'm okay with that play. Might come. Oh, and drawn to Snapcaster. Beautiful. Love it. Let's go Spire Bluff Canal. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. So at this point now, we can almost get into spots where we just kind of flash in Deceiver, tap down a land, and then we'll be online for Snapcaster, Negate, and Cryptic Command. I think I'm okay. Let's go and go with that. Flash in. There's just sometimes with this deck where you can just go beat sticks with a 1/4, and I don't know. It feels pretty good. All right, let's flash in Deceiver. Let's go tap target permanent. Tap down the Cinder Glade. I'm going to add red in response to that. The good thing about Deceiver, it is a 1/4 body, so if they do have something like Lightning Bolt, we're going to be able to get out from, or at least you're going to have double Lightning Bolt to kind of take care of the Deceiver. So, and this is during their upkeep, so they're drawing a card right now. Keep them down on mana. And then once we tap down the Cinder Gate, we're going to be online for Cryptic Command, which really kind of allows us to just keep our board open. Unfortunately, they did crack the Relic of Progenitus, so Snapcaster's not going to be online anymore for that negate. But at least it's going to keep them off any sort of quick little action. And then if we do hit our 6th land drop, we'll be online for Snapcaster Cryptic. Prismatic Omen, okay. But yeah, when you get double Deceivers start swinging across, it's it feels pretty good. Okay, opponent gets down Secure Tribe Elder. We'll probably be able to swing in, but we'll see a crack in response to that as a blocker. Let's go ahead. We have triple blue. Just want to make sure we have enough for Cryptic Command. Let's go to get the mountain down. Let's go and force the crack. Let's go and swing in for 1. Coming in hot. But yeah, when you go double Deceiver beat sticks, there's no better feeling than Magic. You know, sometimes it just kind of falls into playing. Like you have a lot of Pester Mice and Deceivers in your hand. You start flashing them in during your opponent's upkeep and stuff like that, and start swinging with some 1/4s, some 2/1s, and then clean up with some Lightning Bolts and some what is it? The Electrolyzes. And I don't know. It feels good. I had a really good game like that whenever I guess we're not going to see a block. Alright, we get in for 1. Alright. Got a 19-turn clock established. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Yeah, I was recording. I don't know if I recorded it. Maybe it was for the channel. I can't remember. Like, sometimes I'll do, like, practice games before I start recording. And then, in fact, let's... okay, we are recording. I always get about Explore. You may play an additional land. Yeah, we're okay with that. I always get really nervous that when I get about 20 minutes in, or about 15 minutes in, or something like that, that I did not hit the record button. And I was like, man, I'm going to be a sad camper if I did not hit the record button. Okay, so we have a Valakut trigger on the stack on whatever 5 of the mountains. So right now we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, with the Prismatic Omen out there. They'll be online for that. Okay, so we got 3 damage up top from the Valakut. So we do have Cryptic Command. So if they do end up going for... We'll see how many mountains they search up. We might be able to bounce it back with the hand with Cryptic Command. We'll see. Maybe to kind of lessen some of that damage. Let's go ahead and flash in Pestermite. Tap target permanent. Now, basically, we're going for a tempo play right now, swinging in 3 a turn. We might see a Secure Tribe Elder block and crack. But at least at this point right now, tap it down. Yep. If we draw the Kiki-Jiki, then hopefully we'll kind of get somewhere. Let's get down the Desolate Lighthouse. Let's go and swing in for 3. Coming in hot. And so, like, another good draw would definitely be Nimble Obstructionist. I'm pretty sure we didn't cut that. No, yeah, we left it in there to kind of stop the primetime trigger. So, if we draw into that, that would definitely help us accelerate our clock. But other than that, we have Remand, we have Cryptic Command online. They're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're at 6 total mana. If they do crack the Tribe Elder, that's going to be a mountain on the battlefield. And then that will definitely count towards Valakut. So, we'll see what they're going to go for. Relic of Progenitus, okay. So as far as this turn goes, we have Desolate Lighthouse option. We do have Cryptic Command to kind of stop anything they're going to cast, and then we also have Remand to kind of go for a little bit of a tempo play. So we'll see exactly what our opponent's going to go for, and we'll decide exactly what we want to go for ourselves too. So we could definitely, if they're just making the land drops right now, it's going to be 3 damage up top, puts us down to 12. Yeah, we're okay with that. And then at least 5 other mountains. So as far as their mountain count go, I mean the true mountain count, assuming that if we bounce Prismatic Omen, do we want to Remand that? They're going to have to crack in response, get another mountain down, puts us down to 9. So let's assume these Windswept Heath that are like 9 and 9. I mean 3 and 3. That'll put us down to 6, and then put us down to 3 with the Secure Tribe Elder. Yeah, let's go ahead and remand on that one. At least we're going to get a card draw. So we're going to go for remand on that. Draw another card. Draw a canal. That's good. Not Kiki-Jiki, but we'll take it. It'll be a land drop. Swing in for 1 off the Secure Tribe Elder. But yeah, Nimble Obstructionist would be a really good draw. Or obviously Kiki-Jiki would help us accelerate a really nice game plan. But draw into negate. Okay, let's go get the canal down. Let's go and swing in for 3. Alright, it's going to put him down to 13. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, we do have Negate online. We also have Snapcaster Remand out of the graveyard, and we still have Cryptic Command, too. Also, Desolate Lighthouse. So, Windswept Heath Crack, that's going to be a mountain in the battlefield, 3, 6, 9. So, it's going to put us down to 2. So, we're pretty much dead to like any sort of land drop. We'll still be down to 1 if they swing in for this one. Now, if they have the land drop, there's not really much we can do. We could bounce the Prismatic Omen back to the hand, but they'll still have to crack and get a few mountains on the battlefield. We can save a little bit of damage that way, but I think we're okay with letting Secure Tribe Elder kind of bash in. I love it when modern decks get into this kind of not stalemate, but we got Secure Tribe Elder going beat sticks, and we got a 1-4 and a 2-1 going beat sticks. So I don't know, it just always makes me laugh. Okay. So, looks like we got something going for right now. That's going to be 5 total mana being tapped out. Oh, is it the Hour of Promise build, maybe? The, search your library for, like, 3 lands or something like that? Maybe this is the red-green version of that. I've seen a few lists of that kind of floating around. Or maybe not. Opponent's untapping. Alright, we'll see what they're... Okay, Prismatic Omen again. I guess we're okay with that. I mean, they crack, get the island down, get the other one down. Yeah, we're okay with it. I mean, it's just basically a redundant effect off the other Prismatic Omen, so it's not really the end of the world. Okay. And then let's go ahead and go for a Desolate Lighthouse activation. We could flash in Snapcaster. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll put him down to 8. We just don't have enough damage, I think, to push through on that one. So let's go and go for a Desolate Lighthouse activation. Draw a card, discard a card. And then we'll just go ahead. Dispel would be nice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But at this point, yeah, we're getting pretty close to some sort of Valak Deceiver Exarch. Okay. Not exactly what we need. Let's go and swing in. We can flash that in, and we'll have Negate online to kind of stop any sort of... if that is the Hour of Promise. I can't remember the name of the card, but it's got, like, it looks, I think it has a Locust God on it. But we can at least flash in Deceiver to kind of stop down Secure Tribe Elder. Puts him down to 10. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, we go Cryptic Command, tap Secure Tribe Elder down. We can draw a card, then we'll still have Negate backup after that. And then next turn we'll have Snapcaster. I think I like that. Let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and let's go Cryptic Command, tap all creatures your opponents control, draw a card. It's going to be triple blue. Because if they crack the Tribe Elder and then crack the 2 Windswept Heaths, then they're going to put us down to 9, which will be lethal. So we're going to go for that, and then we still have Negate backup. Alright, tap down Secure Tribe Elder. See if they end up tapping out for... okay, get another mountain down. I think that may be lethal. If they have enough, I don't know why they hadn't been cracking the Windswept Heaths. Maybe they're just waiting for it. But that's going to be 3 damage, puts us down to 7. If they have another basic, puts us down to 6. And then, not 6, excuse me, puts us down to 4. And then crack a few other ones, and they'll be good to go from there. So, let's see if that is the line of play they're going to go for. Get another one down, Prismatic Omen. This could be another 3. Okay. You know, maybe we could have sequenced that Cryptic Command just a little bit differently, but at least tapping down the Secure Tribe Elder kept them off the actual cracks themselves and puts them on basically just having a land drop. And we also maybe could have bounced Prismatic Omen earlier in the game, but it is what it is. And then we'll see if they have one more off the Windswept Heath activation. There's going to be one more coming down. We tried to live the dream, but we could not find Mr. Kiki-Jiki. Alright, opponent's got it. Send this one over to game 3. Anything else we want to change? Let's check it out. I think I'm okay with what we had going so far. So we backed off a lightning bolt, ancient grudge. It's just artifacts, anger of the gods. They're going to be able to crack a response for and get that online. I guess we could bring in Jace to dig a little bit deeper. We didn't really see much out there, but as far as like a turn two play, it's almost, I like the negates, I like the remands to kind of catch some of that stuff. I guess an argument could be made for cutting remands or the peaks to bring in Jace, but we're looking at like, we're getting that down turn two, turn three, we'll start looting. I don't know if, excuse me. I'm almost tempted just to leave it this way. I like bringing in all our extra spell stuff, so and if we need to kind of cycle a little bit with peak and is a term, I kind of like that a little bit better. So let's just go and leave it the way it is. Hopefully we'll kind of draw into that nimble obstructionist. Maybe we can catch one of our opponent's land cracks, kind of keep them off their mana. That'd be nice. We're gonna play first. Get the chat closed out. Ooh, okay. Now as far as opening hand goes, we're a little far away from triple red, and like a lot far away. But if our opponents do some setting up, hopefully, if we trust in the Seer Vision gods, maybe we can kind of get that. We'll keep on this one. Yeah, we can make this work, hopefully. We're going to get the Misty down. Probably going to go ahead and crack. We'll go Steam Vents. That way we can, we just want to keep hitting our land drops off this one, or cycling it, not cycling it, but sequencing it to where we keep getting some card draw going. Shock that in. Let's go Serum Visions. Mountain, and then, oh, another Serum Vision is good. Let's go and put Remand on the bottom. We'll put Mountain on top. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. So, get going from there. But yeah, earlier it was just Pestermite Deceiver swinging in against Secure Tribe Elder, just slowly chipping away at damage. I always love it when people just complain about Modern being like a turn 4 format or losing really quick. And you do have those games. You have those games where your Affinity player dumps their entire hand, and next thing you know, you're kind of like, oh, okay. I came here to play Magic, and they've got like, I don't know. Those Affinity hands where it's just like it's turn one and they put down that like whatever the Spring Link Drum is good. Next thing you know, they have one card in hand. And you're like, okay, I'll Serum Visions for my turn. And so I don't know. You just have those moments, and so every time you have those like really busted moments, you have those moments where it's just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just go. Secure Tribe Elder beat sticks. Okay, Cryptic Command, Spire Bluff Canal. We can get that down. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 total lands and 4 red mana. And we will be online for Cryptic Command. Let's actually just go and sequence it both on top. I think I like that. Let's put Cryptic Command on top, Canal on top, and then let's go ahead and I guess we'll go ahead and get the Mountain down. That way, yeah, we'll have access to triple red, and then we can make the land drop for Cryptic Command. We'll go and pass the turn. But yeah, speaking of beat stick Magic times, one of my favorite moments in Magic of all time, I always enjoy it, is like Hardcast Simian Spirit Guide time. That's always like, you've got the Gyros or whatever the card's name, Vengeance person, who's just trying to do as bust as stuff as they can. And the thing that makes me laugh the most about it is, when you're playing Magic professionally, the Star City game event or a Grand Prix event, opponent missed their land drop. I will take that. Maybe they did. Okay, no, never mind. But yeah, so they have a very serious look on their face, and then just having them try and keep a serious look on their face as they hardcast a Simian Spirit Guide creature is just, it's just officially junk time Magic. I love it. Feels really good. Okay, so our opponent has a suspend. I don't know. Every time I see it on, I start clapping at my house. I'm like, yes, this is beautiful. Opponent's got down Forest and a Relic of Progenitus. Not the end of the world. Once again, we do have Snapcaster in the hand, but off Serum Vision, it's okay. And if we really wanted to, we could probably actually flash in Snapcaster on Serum Vision. We would have enough time to do that. Let's go get the Canal down. So we have Island. We're online for Nimble Obstructionist. That way we can kind of cycle. We can cycle the... we don't really have any sort of counter spell, but we can at least kind of cycle any sort of activation from our opponent. So that might be a pretty good little tempo play. Let's just go and pass the turn. If we wanted to, an argument could be made for Snapcaster Serum Visions just to make sure we kind of sequence some stuff. But I do like cycling the Nimble in response to something. And if we wanted to, we could cycle the Search for Tomorrow. I guess we're kind of going to hope that maybe they have a fetch land. Is that what we're going to go for? They can cast the spell. It'll still leave that suspend counter on there. And then we flash in Deceiver next turn. Is that what we're going to go for? So we cycle it. They're not going to make the land drop. Puts them at 3. Next time we make the land drop. Then we go Deceiver, tap down one of their lands. It still puts them on like 3 mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for that. I'll kind of keep them off the mana. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go and cycle that suspend ability, so it's going to stay on there. At this point, we need to get it in as quick as we can. We don't want to just leave Nimble in the hand. We're going to be able to cycle all that. Cryptic Command, okay. Alright, it's going to leave the suspend counter on this. Going to put them on it next turn. We're really going to cast that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that maybe they were a little light on lands or something like that, so they're really hoping for that search tomorrow to kind of resolve. Going to get rid of one of the Serum Visions. And then hopefully they kind of tap out for something that they weren't really really wanting to, or at least kind of keep them off that Prismatic Omen. Okay. So we are online for getting down Deceiver Exarch, tapping down the Forest, and then we'll be online for Kiki-Jiki the following turn after that. So hopefully we'll keep our finger crossed, and that's what we can go for. So we did draw into the Cryptic Command. We have the Desolate Lighthouse. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into Serum Visions. Let's go and get the island down. We can go in Serum Visions right now because, we're not going to... Well, I guess technically we could Cryptic Command because we're leading up Deceiver Exarch. And then we have the land drop for the turn to get down Kiki-Jiki. So let's go ahead and we'll just go and pass the turn. We don't necessarily need a Serum Visions. We can Cryptic Command if we need to. We have that option, and then we can simply just flash in Deceiver and then kind of tap down one of the lands. Now the key thing is, do we want to... Search for Tomorrow is going to put that land into play untapped. That's correct. Put it onto the battlefield. So if we want to go for a tempo play, we could flash in Deceiver to kind of tap down a land. But I guess the only thing we're really looking at from our opponent would be something like Roast or something like during their sorcery speed. So, but if we're cycling Relic of Progenitus, I feel fairly confident about going for this. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go and wait until end of turn. That way we don't just lose to some sort of sorcery speed action or something. Okay, got the Suspend for Tomorrow. Or Search for Tomorrow. Suspend for Tomorrow. Search for Tomorrow, search your library for a basic, put it on the battlefield, and then we'll be online for Deceiver at the end of their turn. So we'll see if they kind of tap out for something at this point. But yeah, mainly, whenever we cycled that Nimble, it'd have been nice to hold on to it to maybe catch something else, but I felt at the time just kind of delaying. That's pretty much what the deck wants to do. It wants to delay, just stagger your opponent, just really get in their face, and then once you kind of get into their face, it really loud, not in an aggressive way, but I mean just like magically get in their face, just a couple punches to kind of disrupt what they're trying to do, and that'll give you just enough time to kind of set up your actual win condition. So let's go and go Deceiver. We should be able to flash in Deceiver, tap down the mountain, and that's going to keep them off. It's going to be tap down the mountain. They do have the Prismatic Omen. Every basic land type in addition to whatever they are, so we'll tap down that mountain. Let's go and go for Desolate Lighthouse. Let's go for Kiki-Jiki. See if this is good. Put our opponent on it. Do you have an answer? Get down Kiki-Jiki. And once again, we'll be able to kind of rinse and repeat, make copies of Deceiver. And then, let's see. Tapping for one. Relic of Progenitus. Okay, crack. Kiki-Jiki coming down. Let's see if this is good. It's always very nerve-wracking. Alright, let's get out Kiki-Jiki, make a copy of Deceiver. So get near the battlefield, untap Kiki-Jiki. Okay, opponent does scoop it up. We do outrace the Valakuts on this one, so I will take that. And then plus with the Prismatic Omen out there and the Valakut out there, I'm pretty glad we ended up cycling off that suspend counter to kind of keep it off track. So that's definitely the style of play you're going to go for in this deck, tempo deck, or really just kind of getting your opponent's face as far as just kind of stunting their ability to do what they want to do, which will allow you to kind of flash in Deceiver and then go for some nice little Kiki-Jiki action. So, everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.